The end of school homeroom ends and students start to disappear from the classroom. I normally go to the student council room, but since Tosaka once told me to go straight home, I should do so. The gate is still locked. Oh yeah, it's been a while since I came home this early. Wait, why would the gate not normally be locked? I usually help someone out or go to work, so it's rare for me to come straight home. Usually the gate would be open. Okay. And Sakura would be inside preparing dinner when I got home. Maybe I've grown so accustomed to it that after a year that I forgot how important it was. I guess how grateful I am for Sakura just by the simple action of opening a locked gate. Oh gosh, it's gonna make me feel even worse for not going to explain things to Sakura, huh? I'm home! I call out and step into the hallway. As I try to enter the living room, the blonde-haired girl appears. You are back, Master. The girl looks straight at me. For a moment, all sense of reality crumbles on me. Shiro, did you not just return home? Perhaps a surprise transferred to the girl as she says this with a bit of surprise. She calls my name in a quiet voice. That finally returns my sense of reality. It's Saber, right. Sorry, it was so sudden I was surprised. Just for an instant I mistook her for a normal girl. I was on standby here as Master ordered. But was I wrong? No, I was misunderstanding, so don't worry about it. Anyway, how are you feeling? You said you'd be sleeping frequently, so, there's no problem with staying awake. No, it is better to sleep except at times of battle, but that would cause my senses to dull. I should move around periodically or my body will be slow when I need it the most. I see. You're right now that you mention it. Humans get headaches from sleeping too much, and it's not like you're sleeping because you're sleepy. Yes, there's no fatigue that require sleep. But Shiro, do you get a headache when you sleep too much? Of course. Usually you'll get sick if you sleep for half a day. In my case, I'll wake up from the headaches, so I won't be able to sleep for half a day. That is a strange story. It doesn't happen to me as I sleep. I can sleep as much as I want. Now and in the past. I think that's wrong for a living thing, Saber. It's a waste of sleep all day. It's more fun to wake up and play when you're not sleepy. You are right. Less time wasted that way. Right? You're like that now because of me, but go back to your normal cycle when your bond ends with me. It's not for me to say, but if it becomes a habit and you sleep all day, people might think of you as lazy. It may be too late. People might have thought of me so already. She creases her brow and ponders. It was just lighthearted, but it seems like Saber doesn't get normal jokes. We move into the living room. It seems Saber wants to know what happened today, so I decide to tell her about the boundary field at school that Tosaka told me about. I see. That master must be planning to use the people gathered at the school as a sacrifice. Frankly, yes. Tosaka said it should take more time, though. I feel the same way. It'll take time to construct such a large-scale boundary field. The school is a building that can be locked that can be easily locked up, so it must be an altar chosen as a temple. To completely activate the boundary field of that scale, at least 10 days are needed. 10 days? I felt something strange 2 days ago on Saturday, so that means we still have about 8 more days. That's the same as Tosaka's estimate. Yes, it does not matter if that boundary field is to gather sacrifices or to solidify the defenses. It'll be a problem if we allow it to be completed. I hope we'll be able to find the master that created the boundary field before that. Yeah, Tosaka said it'd be difficult, but he should be easy to identify since the master will be lurking at school. Let's find him somehow and stop the boundary field. The instant they think of setting up a boundary field at the school, they must be someone associated with the school, a student or a teacher. You know, so literally anybody who frequents the school. I'll try to search the school as thoroughly as possible during lunch from tomorrow on and try to find anyone suspicious. And yeah, the problem of which servant that master has. No, that'll only be clear when I actually encounter it. Then I should think about a servant I've already encountered. Saber is awake right now, so this would be a good time to ask. Alright then. Then I think I should ask. Why would I don't feel like I would. Granted, I feel like. Oh, This is the problem of already having context of the anime. Because without it, I would only cut out Archer, because I'm like, why would I need to know more about Archer? He's literally on our side. Wink, wink. And so the only options I think I would have would be like, alright, well, Ilya's probably the only Magus here who's like actually strong enough to do this kind of stuff on her own, you know? But we also don't know anything about Lancer's master. Wink, wink. So maybe I could ask... let's not talk about Berserker. That giant. I should ask about the certain Berserker who overwhelmed Saber. According to Saber and Tosaka, he should be the strongest in battle. Saber, what would happen if you fought Berserker again? Will you be unable to win as long as I'm your master? The greatest burden for Saber. I ask her about the weakness that prevents her from using her powers at their full potential, just because she made a contract with me, an immature master like me. Why did I say like me twice? That is incorrect, Shiro. Even if you were a mature master, it would make no difference to the fact that Berserker is a powerful opponent. You do not need to condemn your own experience for this fact. That might be true, but it's a burden on you, right? So if you were the original Saber... No, even if I was my full potential, it would be difficult to defeat Berserker. No, it may be impossible for any servant to beat that giant. Okay, so... This is something that... This is going to be, like, I guess, like, power scaling. But I've always felt that, like, about Saber, like, if she's even at, like, full power, she wouldn't easily beat Berserker, because I feel like I hear people saying that constantly. I was like, I don't really feel like that's true. Just because, especially, like, because I took a look at her stats, and I think they're only down by, like, all points are down by 1 because of Shiro. So Berserker's still way, and Berserker's a lot above that. Like, I'm sure Saber would be, like, able to win at full power, you know? But, like, people treat it like she would foderize Berserker. So the fact that she's just saying, like, no, actually, even if I was at my full power, it would be difficult to defeat him. Actually, maybe no one can beat him. And this is a Saber that has met Gilgamesh. This is a Saber that has fought, like, Rider and Berserker from the last Holy Grail War and Lancer. So she's just, like, straight up being, like, granted she's, you know, kind of wrong about one of those points, but, like, granted she probably just means in this Holy Grail War in general, she doesn't think that there's anybody who can beat him. But, like, I feel like the community as a whole kind of underrates how powerful Berserker is. He's pretty freaking wild. Like, freaking Nasu was straight up like, yeah, we kind of wanted him to, like, seem unbeatable. Needed some agua. Shiro, do you remember the battle that night? Berserker repelled Rin's magic as if it was nothing. He does not have magic resistance like I do. He just nullified the magic with his own physical strength. I saw that, but it's something to be that surprised about? That just means Berserker's body is tough, right? No, Berserker did not endure Rin's magic, but he repelled it. The difference is substantial. If one endures an attack, the armor will break if that spot is attacked repeatedly. But it is different if it is repelled. Rin's magic did not even reach Berserker to begin with. Didn't reach him? You mean he nullifies magic like you do? Yes, but like I said earlier, Berserker does not have a skill of magic resistance. If that is the case, I can only assume that it's a null phantasm repelled the magic. This is only a speculation, but Berserker's null phantasm may be armor. It is not a simple armor, and it could be close to a theoretical magical concept called a conceptual weapon. Perhaps Berserker has an ability that nullifies all attacks that are below a certain level. That must be why my sword and Rin's magic were useless against him. If Berserker's true identity is the great hero of Greece, his abilities are most likely rank A. If we want to injure him, I believe we have to use an attack value that is at least of the same rank. Attack value of the same rank, so in other words... Yes, it is difficult to say, but I believe any attack that is below A rank will be nullified, whether normal attacks or noble phantasm. If we want to defeat that giant, we We would need a normal attack power of at least an A rank, and a noble phantasm that exceeds even that. I close my eyes and recall Saber's abilities. Yeah, see, her strength is, her strength's B right now, so I mean, I need some more water. Do I have any information on her noble phantasm? Oh, okay. Saber's strength. Her normal attack power is B, and her noble phantasm is C rank. God, if what Saber says is right, not only is it impossible to defeat Berserker, but we don't even have a way to hurt him. Hold on. Aren't strengths and noble phantasm measured differently? No matter how low the rank is, a noble phantasm is a powerful weapon, right? So if you measure in terms of strength, shouldn't it be at least A rank? Yes, noble phantasms are incomparable to normal attacks. A normal phantasm of C rank, when converted to a normal ability, would have A or A plus rank. But the refusal that protects Berserker goes beyond the rules of reality. The thing is, a concept that can nullify even a noble phantasm that destroys the world if it is below an A ranking. Berserker. Hercules is a heroic spirit with divinity. One can only affect heroic spirits who have received the blood of gods with a divine mystery of the same level. And the next time we're attacked will be our last. No, whatever kind of heroic spirit he is, a weakness must exist. At the very least, Berserker does not have an attack method of the anti-castle level, so we can avoid getting all of us killed in one blow, even if we are attacked. When my wound heals, a matched one-on-one fight is possible. You could escape during that time, or I might be able to find a chance of victory if I find some form of backup. So we need to stay away from them for now, huh? So somehow we have to find Berserker with Berserker's weakness by then. So, Saber, what do you mean an attack method of anti-castle level? I'm talking about the attack level of the Noble Phantasm. Anti-personnel Noble Phantasms exhibit their true power in one-on-one combat. Anti-army Noble Phantasms exhibit their power in group combat. The anti-castle Noble Phantasm decides everything in a single blow. The Noble Phantasms largely fall into these three categories. I see. As the name suggests, anti-castle and anti-army. If we were attacked with such missiles like assaults, Tosaka and I would be blown away in a single strike. Fortunately, Berserker does not have any attack method that attacks such a wide range. But the Master compensates that weakness. Iliasville was a great mass of magical energy. If she is an excellent Magus and concentrates on protecting Berserker, I will not be able to protect you. Dude, they're freaking OP together. I see. Berserker's not the only concern. Master and servant are one. I am Saber's burden in that regard as well. Then, about one of the others. Hold on, Shiro. Someone has entered the gate of this place. You can sense such a thing? What? It's time already. Perhaps Sakura's probably back. I quickly stand up. I hear the sound of the doorbell from the entrance. Excuse me? Oh no, this is what I did want. I hear Sakura's voice. Saber, I'm sorry, but... I know. Oh, thank you, Saber. I know. I will return to the room, so please do not be concerned about me. Saber leaves for her room. And in her place... I'm home. Well done, you came home early, like I asked you to. Tosaka's holding a grocery bag and... Excuse me, Senpai. It's rare for you to be home this early. Sakura comes in, smiling happily. Alright, preparations are perfect. Then, let's begin. Tosaka shouts and goes into the kitchen. Sakura looks at her worriedly. Senpai, about dinner preparations. Oh, it's Tosaka's turn today, so you don't have to worry about it. You made breakfast today, so leave the dinner to us. We'll make dinner as long as Tosaka's here. Oh, yes, if you say so, I will do that. Sakura sits on a cushion obediently. There is a flashy, fiery sound coming from the kitchen, but there's nothing dangerous looking about Tosaka's appearance from behind. I guess it's okay to trust her, so there's no point in staying here. There's Saber to think about, so I should go back to my room until dinner is prepared. I'm going to rest in my room. If Ujini comes, tell her to prepare a bath herself once in a while. Ah, yes. Please take your time, Senpai. I will come in and get you when dinner's ready. Oh, and don't forget to knock when you come to my room. It's a little before 6. From the way things are going, it looks like dinner will be ready around 7. I don't know, I'm struggling to read so much the last few episodes. When I get back to the room, Saber is asleep in the room next to mine. I thought I could talk to her. I clicked my tongue and sat on a cushion. Hey, what am I saying? I don't even know what I talked to her about other than this Holy Grail War stuff. Anyways, didn't I have trouble talking to Saber? Oh well, if she's asleep it's fine. I say that and just stare at the clock. Yesterday's dinner was just me, Saber, and Tosaka. But today will be 5 people, including Sakura and Fujini. Oh no, Saber can't come. As long as Sakura and Fujini are here, I can't let Saber out of her room. I wonder if Saber ate breakfast. Saber was not able to eating dinner last night. Judging from that, I guess it's like she doesn't need food. I didn't prepare lunch for her. Of course she'll be hungry. Once Sakura and Fujini go home, I'll have to warm up dinner and serve it to her. She'll need to eat alone, but that can't be helped. Imagine Saber eating by herself is really annoying to me. Then just sit down and talk with her, you doofus. Shiro, are you awake? Oh, that's Rin. Tosaka knocks on the door and looks inside. Tosaka, what's up? Dinner time. It's ready, so come along. That time already, huh? I get up and leave the room, glancing at the sleeping Saber. Oh, there you are! Hey, look at this stuff! Finally, with Tosaka here, we can have someone who can cook Chinese food. Fujini is looking excitedly at the food prepared on the table. Now that she mentions it, the food certainly is Chinese. On the 4 big plates are crab with eggs, shredded beef with pepper, some stir-fry of an elegant-looking meat I've never seen before with vegetables, and a plate full of steamed meat dumplings. There are salads on the side plates and various follow-ups are ready. Put simply, it's the kind of gorgeous dinner Fujini loves. I'm surprised. I was expecting you to make Western-style dishes. Oh, she was actually thinking of Western-style dishes, but when I told her no one in our house cooks Chinese, I can't even. She said she would cook it. Why does she have to live her life poking at holes? Why does she have to live her life poking at holes? Hey, Sakura, you came home with Tosaka. Did you actually go shopping with her? Yes, Tosaka was waiting for me when the archery club finished, so we went grocery shopping on our way back. I see. Wow, you two are closer than I thought. Yes, we've talked often at school. I don't know why she likes me, but she has been nice to me ever since I entered the school. Wow, she really is a nice senpai at school. Let's quit talking and eat. I'm hungry already. Fujini sits down happily. Like she says, why don't you two sit down too? Chinese food gets really bad when it gets cold. Saying this coldly, Tosaka sits down as well. I sit down silently. Everyone bows and eats the food. Annoyingly, it's good. I've never cooked Chinese because I thought it all tastes the same, but this is so good it makes me realize it was just prejudice. Wow, this is great! It's been a while since I've had food that makes rice taste this good. Yeah, I'll give you top score on this one. Thank you. I am pleased to receive an honest response like that. Yes, I have a better opinion of Chinese food now. I'm not good with hot food, so this is really good. Sakura's happily enjoying the food too. After watching this with a smile, Tosaka Rin looks at me with an expression of triumph. What? You look like you want to say something. Nothing. I'm just glad everyone's enjoying the food. Well, one isn't being honest, but that's fun in its own way, so I'll call it good. I understand what it feels like to lose at something you're good at. I see. Then you made me cook last night to gauge my potential. Yes, today's lesson is always hide your potential. She says this happily and starts eating her own food. Dinner is more lively than I was expecting. Sakura and Tosaka are a good senpai and junior, and Fujini is completely friends with Tosaka now. Well, I have no complaints about a fun meal. No complaints, but I feel like there's something wrong with all of us eating right now. I stand up. Huh? What, Shiro? Going to the bathroom? No, I forgot something. I'll bring her here, so wait. When I leave the living room, Tosaka's staring at me silently. Bro, you couldn't have waited one more day. It's a little awkward to introduce her midway through a meal, because that makes it sound like you're trying to hide her. You could have at least waited literally until tomorrow night. I just couldn't take it. That's the only reason. I don't like it when she's in the same house but alone. So if we're considering the consequences, I grab her hand. Shiro, what are you doing all of a sudden? Just come with me. I'll introduce you to everyone. Are you insane? Hold on, this is... I'm taking you because I'm sane. Here, let's go. Whatever happens later can be dealt with. Hey, Shiro! I grab Saber's hand and take her to the living room. Sorry, Tosaka, can I add one more? Tosaka doesn't object, but Fujini and Sakura are looking at Saber with astonishment. It's a bit late, but let me introduce her. Her name is Saber, and we're going to be taking care of her for a while. As you can tell, she's a foreigner and not used to living in Japan, so please help her with that. You know, honestly, with them, like, looking like this, it just reminds me of, like, what is it? Steamboat, I think it is. Steamboat costume for Sora. It looks a lot like that. There's no reaction from the two. That's only natural, but I don't have enough composure to care about them right now. Here, sit here, Saber. It's better to eat with everyone. That is certainly more efficient, but don't be reserved. After all, you're going to be living together with us from now on. Since we're living in the same house, it's only natural to eat together. Yes, if Shiro says so, I will obey. You can't You can't do that! My ears are ringing. What's wrong with you, Shiro? You bring in not only Tosaka, but a girl like this too? Since when did this place turn into a hotel? It'll be fine as long... It'll be fine. It's as big as a hotel, so we can land a room or two. If Tosaka's staying is fine, Saber should be fine too. No way. I approve of Tosaka, but I don't know about the stranger. Who is she anyways? Who? She's a distant relative of mine. She had some problems, so she came here, counting on father. I can't believe such a ridiculous story. Even if it were the case, why did she come to your house? There's no way Kiritsugu-san would have an acquaintance in another She can't really say that, because father was a simpleton who went to foreign countries all the time. He would have more acquaintances overseas than in Japan. Well, I can't say that, but it's still strange. You, why did you come here? Fujini glares at Saber. Well, that's... You be quiet, Shiro. Saber-san, I'm asking you. Saber is silent. It's only natural. Saber doesn't have any reason to go along with my lies, nor does Stardust not to mine, so she... I do not know. I was only doing as Kiritsugu said. Well, I guess she does. Kiritsugu-san entrusted Shiro to you? Yes, he told me to defend Shiro from all enemies. Quietly, Saber says with the greatest purity. Who could object to that? Even if it's a lie, it's the ultimate truth for Saber herself. Oh gosh. Oh jeez. Oh. With context from later, that, like, it kind of is the truth. It just straight up is the truth. What the freak? That's such a good way to put it, Saber. Oh my gosh. I'm just impressed. Even Fujini cannot object to those words, but... She stands up with a frown, glaring at Saber. Alright, if you say so, I'll test your skills. Fujini responds strangely. Are they about to, like, sword fight? Yo, they're about to throw down? So with the sound of wind, Fujini takes us outside. She takes the shinai from the wall and glares at Saber. Well, just what is our Fujini thinking about? You said you'd protect Shiro, right? Then you must be confident in your skills. Are you telling me to take a sword? Yes, I'll approve of you if you're stronger than me, but if you're weaker, I'm sending you back home. I do not mind, but what is the purpose of this? I'm the one that's going to protect Shiro. I'm going to be by his side until he grows up. It seems Saber doesn't understand what Fujini is trying to say. Of course no one else around here does either. So I don't need anyone weaker than me. If you're stronger than me, I'll be more dependable. You'll be more dependable, right? If that's the case, I can entrust Shiro to you for just a bit. Fujini plays with her shinai as if she's sulking. I understand, so I must earn your approval? Right, but it's not going to be easy. Just as she says that, Fujini rushes at Saber and attacks her with the shinai. Man, Fujini's being ridiculous. Not only was that a surprise attack, but she didn't even give Saber a Shinai. Are you really a teacher? Saber must be surprised by Fujini's surprise attack, and she just stands there distractedly. Fujini's clever attack to the body strikes. I'm expecting it just like to bounce off. Huh? Fujini tilts her head curiously. That's only natural. It's strange even for those of us watching. So it must be strange. So it must be as strange as the Hanging Gardens of Babylon for Fujini. Saber is still standing. The difference is she's now holding the Shinai Fujini was wielding up until now. Is this real? I don't know what's real, but it's certainly true. Saber does not even take a stance. Fujini doesn't move standing before Saber. Fujini is a kendo expert, said to be unmatched. That experience must have made her realize that the person in front of her is on a completely different level. If you want me to take a stance, I will, but you should be skilled enough to understand already. I said that very Rin-like. Fujini backs away unsteadily and drops to her knees. The contest is over. Do you approve of me? Fujini hangs her head and slumps her shoulders. The very moment I think she'll calm down. Some stranger took Shiro away from me. She starts to cry so loudly that those around get dizzy. Okay, and with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Not a whole lot happened, but it was a fun read. That's in my opinion, that's what matters. I don't really care what's happening as long as it's actually enjoyable to read. So yeah, with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.